Now Mr. Vishal Bharadwaj made a film on an iPhone. You can go and make a film on iPhone. You can tell a story. If you have a story, call your friends, make a film. Yeah. Nobody is stopping you. Then
Hi, welcome to the Postman Show. Myself Mitesh Dubey, I am the host and the postman of this show. As a message, we have some great stories of the departmental expert which will help you towards the right direction. So today we have a man of vision who have always been inspiring us from his great work. He converts the story into real and give an effect of reality from his own creative way of thinking and unique talent. The man who have won multiple awards and given more than 80 films as a cinematographer and the director, the one and only Mr. Ravi K. Chandran sir. Hi sir, welcome to the show. Good to have you on the show sir. We are grateful that you came. And yeah, so as you know about the theme of our show, we would like to know sir, like we are very excited to know your journey, like from where and how you started your career and what was the hard work behind how you became the one of the legendary cinematographer of the fraternity of India.
So my brother is a cinematographer.
Yes.
He was a very famous cinematographer. He was the first one in my family, and I'm the seventh one, last one. So there's a lot of age gap was there. Yeah. By the time when I was in school, finally he was a very big cinematographer. So when I joined college, I went and stayed in his house in Chennai.
In Chennai.
So I'm from a village. So when I came to Chennai, I stayed in his house. So I used to see the legendary actors like Mammootty, Mohanlal, beginners that time. They just started their career and they used to come and work with him and meet with him and all. So I used to go with him for all these previews, film previews and all. He was doing a lot of Malayalam films then.
Yeah, even I heard of him very well, and where I know like you started your journey from while assisting him for his films.
So I was about to join the Film Institute. My father passed away, so I couldn't join. Then I joined him as an assistant. Yeah. And when I joined him, he was doing a lot of. Before that, he was doing a lot of arty films, like then he moved into a commercial cinema at that time. Okay. Yeah. So that is the point I joined. So when I joined, second film or thing, Mani Ratnam was the director. His second film also. Wow. My second film as an assistant, Mani Ratnam second film as a director. My brother shot that film, so I met Mani Ratnam like that.
So you started with the legend, sir. Yeah.
So then I worked with him many years.
Sorry to cut you. So how old are you during that moment?
Just past 20. Yeah. Okay. 1920 that time.
You're too young to. I feel.
That happens now. Even my son became a cameraman when he was 19 years old. Even my brother became a cameraman when he was 19 years old.
We were talking about how young you started your journey and how you move ahead for how many years?
3 years, 4 years I worked with him. 4 years. Then I worked with, I met a person who was a Steadicam operator with my brother when I was working. He was the first India Steadicam operator, Rajiv Menon. Then we became friends and he was directing TV commercials that time, back then. And Mr. Ashok Mehta used to come and shoot and all. The legendary cinematographer. Yes. So Ashok ji, when he comes to Chennai, we all work with him and learned a lot of new techniques. Obviously. And from from my brother, I moved to Rajiv to understand TV commercial cinematography, because my brother was doing a realistic kind of film. So I came to this TV commercials also. After that, we started shooting a lot of TV commercials, and I got on a break with a friend of mine, Shaji Kaila's first film. Then it took off from there.
Wow. So, how you got a break in Hindi films? Like you started with.
No, I was about to do a film with Priyadarshan in Malayalam. That time I had some, health or something.
Oh, yeah.
So I couldn't go to the shoot on the day. So I said I can't do this film because I felt sick in that period. So then Priyan said, okay, I was about to return the money. He said, no, I'm doing a Hindi film, do that. And so that's how Virasat came. So that film, I won a Filmfare Award and every awards.
Correct, yeah, that's
So that became a legendary film. Then it took off from there because my first Hindi film was Virasat, which got me a Filmfare Award.
We all have seen Virasat, so superb.
So that year I did Sapne also with Kajol and Arvind Swamy, Prabhudeva. That Abare Bare song also. Rahman got the music and Rajiv Menon directed that.
Wow. So good to know about the journey, sir. How do you feel like when you started working, you have worked on some different equipments? Or, I mean, I feel now the world has totally changed. It's more digital now, sir. So, how do you upgrade yourself in this digital world?
See, any technology we are adopting. Like, for example, we never had a automatic car. When the automatic car comes, we're driving. Then we used to have a phone, we dial and use phone. Then the button came. Then now you have a mobile phone. Then you can take picture in a mobile phone. Or earlier it was just to store in a mobile phone. Then you can take a put a camera and take pictures. Now the pictures have come. 200 megapixel photo also you can take in a mobile phone. Now the latest phone is, and it has got a stabilization. So you take it and run also, it looks. Then cinematic mode. Many things have come. So now even Mr. Vishal Bharadwaj has made a film on iPhone. So you can do a movie now on an iPhone. So technology comes, you have to adopt it. It's like if you say I will still take a bullock cart and go, that's your problem. If you have a Ferrari, take it. If you don't want to take a Ferrari, you'll take a bullock cart and reach that location. You'll reach the destination, but it's a long route.
It's a long route, and
so things are changing. So like digital camera, you touch on the screen, it will focus the person, track the person. So now you can do anything and you can color correct. Earlier we can't color correct. If you make a mistake, you make a mistake. That's it. So when we are shooting movies on film, we used to, if you are shooting a scene for 3-4 days, one scene is long scene, then particular light will look, the color temperature should match. So what we used to do is, we used to take the bulbs. In the bulb we will write the name of the actor. So that light will be on his face. So otherwise his skin tone will change because you can't color correct it. Now you put a window and color correct anybody. That time we can't do anything. So we have to be precise on everything. So because it's like skin tone also will change according to the lights, bulbs, age of the bulb and all. So, and we used to have this color temperature meter and see the color temperature of the lights and all. So it was a very difficult thing to do a movie like that on film. But we had discipline. Now we don't have that discipline on a set. Like now everybody has an opinion because you are watching the monitor. It is very good in one way, very bad in another way. So, that is how it works.
There is a plus and minus of things.
No, plus is the more, I would say, because everybody is aware of what they are doing now. We all know a whole crew. It's not a surprise. Earlier, when you develop a negative, you see it on a screen, you find something wrong with that shot. Some out of focus, some flare has come, somebody is standing in the frame. All these things are there. Now you immediately see, if you don't notice, somebody will notice and say somebody is there.
There is something on.
So then you can digitally color correct also, remove them with VFX. So that gives some freedom, so, sometimes it's very bad. Earlier I used to go and bribe the projector operator to clean the lenses so that my picture will look nicer. So because the lenses are very badly maintained, it is out of focus only half the time. I remember me and Karan Johar and all went to watch My Name is Khan trailer. We went to one theatre, public theatre. There's a hangover movie is running, and we are waiting for that to finish. And Karan asked me, isn't it out of focus in the center here? I said, yeah, it is out of focus. So we turned to the manager. The manager was there, in the theatre manager, in a prime theatre in Mumbai. And he said, yeah, sir, for the past 6 months it's out of focus only. And one side sound is not right. The sound guy said, yeah, one side speakers are not working. And they were showing in the theatre like that movie. Then Karan said, what is the point of watching our film here? First trailer, how can you watch it in and out of? I said, come to the lab theatre and watch it, because here theatres are like this only. In another theatre I went at that time, there's a projection niche in front of the projector. There's a AC duct was there. So the AC's air is coming and it's giving a mirage look, and the whole film was shaking. Wow. And they were showing it like that to the public. Public has been watching that. So when we went to watch our film preview, I said, this film is shaking. So then I went up and saw, then this is in front of the projector, outside, inside the theatre, there's an AC duct. And the wind is coming, it's exactly close to it. It's like putting a lens next to the, it's like a mirage, heat wave. The whole theatre is like a blurry, and they are okay with that. Audience has been watching like that. As a cameraman, second day or third day of your film will have scratches only in the film. Now you don't have that. With digital reels. Now digital, whatever you see on the like your grading room, that you get it in the theatre. So at least the audience are getting that thing. Sound is not yet good in many places in the country, but picture quality is good because of the new technology, because new equipments. We are shooting in 8K, 4K and all. We don't have a 4K projection also. We projected it 2K only.
Yeah, 2K only. Yes.
So it is 4K, 8K and all, they are saying, but we don't see it and audience don't see it. So they can't figure out if your story is good, they don't care what camera you're shooting.
Yeah, even they love watching the story and how.
No, see, do you know what camera Kantara has been shot or RRR has been shot? No. You don't care. You shoot whatever, but the film story holds you. You forget about this.
This technology, correct? Because we are. When we go to watch a film and it's looking.
See, Dilwale is shot on film. Yeah. We are still watching it.
Yeah, obvious. Yeah.
So Sholay is shot on film, like Hum Dil Chuke is black shot on film. Dil Chahte Hai shot on film. So people shoot on film only those days. Even the world's greatest directors, Spielberg and the latest film shot on film only, or La La Land shot on film. Tarantino shoots. There are people still shooting on film. It's an expensive process, but it's a.
So, if you remember, sir, what camera you have used for black movie?
Black 535, Arri 535 film camera. But that was the first film I have done digital color correction. That was the first film. So we had some control over some colors. But Sanjay Leela Bansali is very meticulous about colors and composition or lighting or makeup, everything. So he can't go wrong in any form because he's always precise and he will not let it go. A single shot, bad shot in the film. people are making films, different kind of films. Each one has got their own strengths and weakness. So each one has got their own way of telling. It's like if you take a cricket team, there are 11 people are there. So each one is different. If you wear a certain watch, that's your taste. There's a certain watch I wear, that's my taste. What car you have is a different, how do you live also, it's a different thing. So it's like that. So the placement of light as a cinematographer, it's my observation or how I am telling the story. If I am working with a Sanjay Leela Bansali, I shoot like a Sanjay Leela Bansali film. When I do a David Dhawan film, I shoot for that film. That comedy scene, whatever we are working in a Kohli #1, that is a lighting or composition I should do. I cannot do what I have done in black here.
Obvious.
So every film or Dil Chahta Hai is completely different. Virasat is completely different. So every story lends a voice that
The perception is totally different of all each genre and the theme.
kind of films. But I have to adapt to the style.
Let's start with the question and answer, sir. This might be for you, it's quite a funny thing, but yeah, we had and we would like to know, like, is it true that photographs don't lie?
Photographs don't lie.
Yeah.
It lies all the time. Obvious choice is...
Choice is yours, like.
No, obviously you can see Instagram. The people who you see on Instagram they never look the same in real life.
That's true. Even on social media now, we can see.
That's exactly in Instagram.
Like, yeah.
Instagram I'm saying.
And the another one is, since your first film, how things has changed, like in filmmaking. Earlier we talk on like...
Earlier in South and Bombay also, there's no organized time frame to make a movie. They'll start a film, it may go for 2 years, 1.5 years and all. Now they're very organized. They set a release date, then they start the film. And that was not there earlier. They were making films for years. Nobody questions them. They used to come to the set and write. Then they'll come and say, I want a painting there. They'll go and buy it. People will wait.
Wow.
Now it is not possible. Now it is, everything is planned.
Obviously, like now we have pre-production, then ground, then post-production.
Post-production, nothing is there. Now it is completely changed. It is more organized.
So it is good.
It's answerable to the producer.
Yeah, that's true even here.
Earlier it was not. So the producers were at their mercy of the director and all. Now it is not like.
So, sir, you are more creative and technical. Is there anything makes you annoying on set?
Annoying on the set means what happens is, as you grow older, experience, you expect everybody to understand their job and come and do it, because some producer has put in money and making a film.
So nowadays, sir, there is one quote, we can say, lines is very famous. Like people say, money can buy happiness. So from your perspective, would like to know, like, do you think money can buy happiness?
Of course, money can buy happiness. If what is the meaning of happiness we are looking at? So if you think if you buy a car, you feel happy, buy it. Then it's not going to bring you happiness. If it brings you happiness, it's good for you. So without money, people are not going to be sad or anything like that. People are really happy in content life also. What is your ambition is what it is.
What it is. Yeah, that's true.
So happiness, there's a famous quote. Somebody said, human beings are not designed to be happy. Human beings are designed to be sad only. So we purposefully bring in sadness into us. If you are happy, then there's a mental issue for you.
Wow. So this is quite surprising, sir.
Yeah, because if you want a 3-bedroom house, you buy a 3-bedroom and then you want a bungalow. Then you buy a Rolex watch, then you want another watch. You buy a BMW car, then you want a Ferrari. So the ambition is more. See, if I get 4 Filmfare Award, I want 10 Filmfare Award. So,
Obviously, yeah.
So everybody is ambitious. Then you are not happy about what you get. Then we are aiming for the next one. So We are not content about anything.
Also, I would like to know, sir, like, do you feel any changes required in our not filmmaking, to our cinema in India or several?
See, that is, now it is opened. Everything is open now. Everybody is free to make films. How you distribute it, how you reach to the audience is the most difficult part.
Correct.
You know, but nobody is stopping you. Now Mr. Vishal Bharadwaj made a film on an iPhone. You can go and make a film on iPhone. You can tell a story. If you have a story, call your friends, make a film.
Yeah.
Nobody is stopping you. Then if it is good, it might be a sleeper hit. Then you can make millions. So it is in your hands only. Like now the Elephant Whisperers on film has gone to Oscar. Now everybody can be a filmmaker. Everybody tells a story. Everybody put an Insta picture. So if everybody has a phone camera, they can make films any which way. Then there's an edit software, there's a music software. Everything is apps are there.
Yeah.
You can create everything. Now artificial intelligence can assist you in writing screenplay also now.
Yeah.
So
There are some softwares.
it is going to take over differently. So like it's going to change your life. So we have to adapt to those things.
Yeah, but obviously, sir, I mean, there are certain technologies we should learn and be more organized even.
Last year I bought the camera. Before I could figure out the new model, as next 2 models have come.
Yeah.
So by the time I read the full menu and try to study what are the because I am not a regular photographer. So I take photos sometime. So the camera is, I'll forget about that buttons because you used another camera. So that has got a different features. Say every time you take a new camera, you have to study.
I have seen always on set, like when director has some different vision and he is young and the technicians, he have quite good experience, or sometimes it happens director is quite good experience and the technicians is just young. So it happens like they clash with each other, the vision and the way they want to shoot. So how is it works?
As I told you earlier, we are there to tell the story for the director.
Yeah.
If a director sometime, in my experience, I would say, whenever I worked with a new director, say Farhan Akhtar or Rajiv Menon and all, when they started their career, when you work with them, I noticed one thing, they will come up on an idea, you think it's not going to work, but still you shoot it the way they wanted. And when you watch the film, shit, it worked very well. That boy was right.
Sometimes.
So it happens like that. Sometimes it can go really wrong, but you have to give it that boy that
What they want.
Because he has come with a new version. So, for example, in a Dil Chahta Hai script when I read, I said, where's the heroine in the first half? There's no heroine in the first half.
There is no heroine in the first half.
Yeah, she comes in one song, one bit, and she's not there. She comes post-intro. And these boys are hanging around. There's no villain, nothing in the story, actually.
Yeah.
They're just hanging around. That is having fun. That is what the story is.
Yes.
So I asked Farhan, he said, you don't need those things. And there's no bonding scene. 2 friends means, 2-3 friends mean they give life to each other. There's nothing like that.
Yeah, you came across with this.
So I was going with this. So it became an iconic film.
Obviously, sir, there is nothing.
So you need to give that young director or new mind a chance to express, and you have to help them visually also. So
yeah, so sometimes it's a learning and sometimes it's learning for them.
see, anything can go wrong. Yeah, sometimes you bring somebody home and say, my wife will cook very well or my mother will cook very well. That day salt will be more or food will get spoiled also. Yes. Then taste won't be nice. So the friend will be eating and thinking, why the hell this fellow was telling? It's like that only. When you think a great director and go do a film, that film will be a dud film maybe. It didn't do well. So it can happen.
So, so how was your experience being a director?
Being a director is a different animal actually. So because you are responsible for 200 other people. So first few days when I was directing this Malayalam film with Prithviraj, which is Andhadhun remake of Brahmam, it's there. It's there on Amazon Prime. So first few days I was sitting on a monitor and looking at the shot. I couldn't direct the actors, because I'm not used to go and tell an actor what to do. So what I did was, I was trying to figure out a way to communicate with the actor. So then I went and sat on a camera. I started operating the camera. Earlier I was telling my assistant to operate it. Then I started operating. When the camera was in my hand, I could cut the shot and say, do it again, do like this, and I could give instructions. Then I realized, because I've been having this camera as my like a gun. It's like an army guy with a gun, in a uniform. And the same army guy in the lungi is a different thing. So when you're in that, with my camera, I had total confidence. When you become a director, then you started seeing the characters. Now I don't bother about the light, I bother about the characters.
So, being a director, how, at a certain point when you work as a cinematographer, you have to handle your particular thing. Now when you work as a director, I feel, I don't know, that's my perspective, but for you, when you plan things and visualize how you want to narrate the story, don't you think it's quite difficult to manage all the department and take all the department on the same page?
Yeah, that is what very difficult, and that's why I have more sympathies for directors now. Earlier, as a cameraman, if a film fails, you get another work. As a director, if a film fails, you don't get another work. So your responsibility is more. So, and as a director in India, not only India, everywhere, you are at the mercy of many people.
Obviously.
So even however big you are, you need a particular editor, particular music director. If they don't have dates to work with you, then you have a date of a big actor, but you don't have the crew. It's a.
If you can say and share your message with people who are watching us, and I feel this journey definitely gonna inspire and learning for them. But if you can say something to them and guide them, like how to and where from start and go.
See, I would say I should not advise people in that sense. Do this. Everybody has their own journey. Own journey is it's your choice. What you want to do is your choice. So, but whatever you wanted to do, I would say is learn the techniques, tools of that thing. Then you can master it. Basics you have to learn. If you don't learn the basics, you cannot master it. That's all. So if you are an athlete, you have to run every day, practice. If you are even Sachin Tendulkar or Dhoni or Virat Kohli, you have to go for practice. There is a coach. Why do you need a coach for Sachin Tendulkar or Virat Kohli? Because coach will guide you. We are all humans. We make mistakes. So we need guidance. Like that, you have so much of knowledge, information out there. You'll have to learn. You have to buy the new books, and you have to learn about your tools.
So it was nice chatting with you, sir. And again, I am grateful that you have agreed to this show. I hope you guys have learned something from the expert. Thank you so much for watching us, the Postman Show. We are always here to help you guys. If you have something to say or share, the show is open for all. Just contact us. Do subscribe the channel and follow us on social media. Thank you so much. एक दूसरे की help करें, अपना ख्याल रखें. See you soon. Take care.